Service active member. Now we request our President General to honor Mr. Normanaji. Yeah, he's our part. He's our part, not our part. But still, with honor. Now I request President Mrs. Shamishwa. Our active ladies, our Hyderabad Bengali, they have been doing year after year. The oldest puja in whole of Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh, earlier. Now Andhra Pradesh, now Telangana. And we were told that we are South Indian also the oldest. I don't have that record. Now we request our President, Mr. Ramakrishna, please welcome this.
Good evening. Welcome to all the members of the Hyderabad Bengali Samiti, our well-wishers, and especially our chief guest of today's function, Mr. Sumesh Kumar. He is the Chief Secretary of Government of Telangana. Mohan Maharaj of Ramakrishna Mission, and our colleagues, our General Secretary Sree and our colleagues of EC members, all well-wishers. I am very thankful to Mr. Sumesh Kumar because he took just 2 minutes when I just sent him a message that you have to come and inaugurate our Durga Puja operation. Just he took 2 minutes. But yes, okay, I am coming. So I am very, very thankful. I know how busy he is, and it is extremely difficult to find time, but for Durga Puja, I know he is a very spiritual person. And for Durga Puja, definitely he will come. And it is a tradition of Hyderabad Bengali Samiti that most of the chief secretaries have inaugurated our Durga Puja. That is an honor for Hyderabad Bengali Samiti. And only last year was the exception because of the pandemic. I think Mr. Sumesh Kumar could not find time or something, he was occupied and all that. He was not able to do. But anyhow, Ma Durga always bless Hyderabad Bengali Samiti and all the people who visit here, because it is one of the oldest, largest Hyderabad Bengali Association in undivided AP and now undoubtedly in South India. This is the 80th year of Bengali Samiti's Puja. This 2021 goes down in the history of Hyderabad Bengali Samiti as unique since it is entered into 80th year of service of Bengali resident in Hyderabad and in preservation of Indian culture. On this momentous occasion, I extend to you and your family, on behalf of the Samiti and my personal behalf, warm greetings and best wishes for a happy and prosperous year. But in retrospect, the year gone by was an unmixed blessing, even as the Samiti, despite his best efforts, could not achieve its targeted ends due to the COVID pandemic and its repercussions. In this context, I may go back to the momentous history of the Samiti and briefly refer to its 3 temporal phases of past, present and future. As we know, Hyderabad Bengali Samiti was forced in crucible of a great moment of Indian history, the Quit India movement, which ultimately led to the country's independence. Actually, sir, 1942 is our Bengali Samiti was formed. And that is coinciding with the Indian Quit India movement. That was a momentous occasion for Hyderabad Bengali Samiti. At the time, best of the Bengali minds at Hyderabad came together and realized the need for a Samiti for their own, which should be representative of the cultural aspiration of Bengalis at the city, and not only Bengalis, the residents of Telangana. Over the decades, the Samiti has grown from strength to strength, initiating several cultural and launching socially oriented activities aimed at the cultural integration and alleviation of the social disabilities of the people at large. Looking back at the Samiti may justifiably consider in past decades as a continuous of unqualified success. For the present, despite the best intention and stupidity resolve, forward because of the pandemic which is into the fag end of the second wave. With the strict protocol restriction in place and the looming possibility of pandemic continuing, the Samiti's activities are necessarily to be kept on hold. Yet the members of the Samiti have been in active touch with one another, exchanging views of the future calendar of events like reviving the grand old spectacle of Durga Puja and other key events. And high on the agenda on the Samiti, events like Telangana Bengali film festivals, cultural events, literary seminars, etc. as also activities like extending scholarship to the academically brilliant and lending a helping hand to the people living at the margins of society and sparking under natural calamities. And our future is, since Chief Secretary of Government of Telangana is present here, we have already filed our application to Government of Telangana for a piece of land where we can put a Telangana Bangla Bhavan, which is not only for Bengalis, it will serve the marginalized society people in a large extent. As you know, Hyderabad is growing. Hyderabad is becoming a medical hub of the country. Hyderabad is becoming the IT hub of the country. Because of the leadership of the present Telangana government, it is growing leaps and bounds. So I request, and we have already filed our application to the government of Telangana, and in this context I had some time back a talk with Mr. K.T. Ramana, Honorable Minister, and he has agreed that he will do definitely something in our favor. But Mr. Sumesh Kumar is a dynamic Chief Secretary of Government of Telangana. I know him for a long time, and so we request him to make a request to Government of Telangana so that our request for the application of land and serving the poor people come into reality. That is our goal, where we do a lot of social service, but we are getting handicapped of the people when the people come to get a accommodation. Very poor marginalized people, they cannot stay in the hotels and all that, they cannot afford. But presently we are trying to do to some extent with the help of Bharat Ramakrishna Mission and something, but it is not adequate. We want to take it in a large scale, we take it forward. So I think with the blessing of Mahadurga, our dream will be realized. And again I am telling, it is not only for Bengalis, it will be the people, especially from Eastern India, and especially the marginalized people who will be taken care with the service, which will be a service to the society. So this is our aim and objective of the Hyderabad University at the present moment. So without extending my view from this, I extend a warm welcome to make our Durga Puja hassle-free, and we are also indebted to press and also to the police personnel, all the people, all our volunteers who will be there for next 3-4 days to take it forward. But I request all of you, please maintain COVID protocol, which we are giving a lot of importance. All our volunteers, we are requesting, whenever people are interacting people, that no mask, no entry, with the second vaccination certificate, all these things should be screened, because a lot of people will be visiting, a lot of senior people will be visiting. So there should not be any part lacking in our administrative decisions what we have done in the management government. So please, my request to all volunteers who are giving responsibilities to different set of the this occasion, they should abide by the COVID protocol, and I'm sure with the blessings of Ma Durga, next year, definitely in the 2022, we'll celebrate in a grand scale like our old Venkat in the hall, and definitely we will do it in a larger scale. So there will be small hiccups, there will be very small because the members may not be very happy because we are restricting the entry. But I request all very humbly that please this year let us maintain this COVID protocol. We are also not happy by not allowing that everybody should come and visit and everybody have prasada in a very large scale. What is the tradition of the Samiti? Actually, in record in the hall, we used to serve 10,000 to 12,000 people to do that. This is the highest that everybody, whoever comes to visit our pandal, nobody goes without eating the food. That was the tradition. But unfortunately, we are not able to do that. So that's why we ask forgiveness from the Mother Durga. So she should bless us. But next year we will be able to do it in our grand old scale. So thanks for understanding our situation. Thanks to everybody, and thanks and our prayer to Ma Durga that these next 3-4 days let us observe this puja very peacefully and without any problems in the to come. So let me end that with Hyderabad Bengali Samiti, homage to Hyderabad Bengali Samiti, and we are indebted to all our people who are behind the Hyderabad Bengali Samiti. Apart from management, all the workers, all members, all ladies team, they are doing a wonderful job, and all our wonderful things are I will tell you. The puja rituals, what we maintain during the puja, we don't compromise any rituals. So our main aim is Durga Puja. Next comes to Durga Utsav. Generally, we never tell this puja as Durga Utsav. Generally, everybody is not maintaining Durga Utsav. But we tell we are doing Durga Puja. And this is the inspiration from Ramakrishna Mission, because since every year, long years, we have the blessing of President Mother of Ramakrishna Mission. Without their presence, our puja never gets completed. So we always first get the blessings of President of Ramakrishna Mission Mother to start, and then his parents, then we start our meeting. Thanks everybody, thanks. And thanks Mohan Mother again for blessing us for all these years. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rajendra. We welcome Mrs. Chandana Khan. She is a long-standing member and supporter of Hyderabad Congress Committee and a former IAS officer in the United Andhra Pradesh. So we welcome her, ma'am, and I would now request Mohan Maharaj to give his blessings to all the devotees here of Ma Durga and wish us the best, so that for the next 5 days we are able to organize all the events in a very seamless manner. Mohan Maharaj.
Today's chief guest, Honorable Chief Secretary of Telangana, Sree, Sree Ranjan Chaudhary, President of Samiti, Sunil Senji, you all the dignitaries, all. Perhaps ours is the only country in the world where the divine is worshipped as the female. No other place, in no other country in the world, the divine, the Lord of the universe, is worshipped as the female. Creation has a habit. There must creator. At an individual level, at the level of the species, it's the mother who brings Krishna into the world. So in the same way, as the creation happened, there must be some mother for the creation. And that's how the thought came, that Lord could be female. Okay. So we have no gender issues here in this country with regard to what is the gender of the Lord. It could be male, it could be female, it could be beyond. Yes, it may be without gender also. The gender actually belongs to only when you are embodied. But that infinite spirit, which is actually formless, which is beyond time and space, there cannot be any gender there. Principle as a female. And you know, in our culture, we have this idea of Maya. We want to see God, we all want to know God, but we don't see God. We don't know God because of the elusive power of the Lord. Lord actually has two powers. The one is actually His compassion, His grace. Another is His elusive power, which is called Maya. Because of this Maya, because of illusion, though God is everywhere there, is there in every atom, we don't feel His presence, we don't experience Him in our daily lives. So we need to transcend Prakriti. We need to go beyond the mind. We need to go beyond the place of opposites to experience the divine. Are there any people who have experienced the divine like that? We have actually a number of examples in our culture. Recent examples, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Swami Vivekananda, Holy Mother Sarvadi, they are transcended Prakriti, they are transcended the mind, they are had the experience of the divine. So we worship the Divine Mother as actually a representative, actually as a force, as a Maya, and also as absolute. So because if she is propitiated, if we can give her grace, she will help us transcend the mind. Sri Ramakrishna had this experience because he worshipped Divine Mother Kali, the Kali temple in Dakshineshwar. So, because of the intense devotion he had for Mother, because his worship was sincere, she granted her vision to him. And so, he said that if you worship the divine like this, you also can experience that absolute. You also can experience that consciousness, which is the all-providing principle. In the Upanishad, there is a beautiful mantra, Bhayadasya Agnistapati, Bhayadasya Agnistapati, Bhayadasya Tapat Suryaha, Bhayadindrasya Vayasya Vidyut Bhavati Panchamaha. For fear of the fundamental intelligence, for fear of the primordial energy, the fire burns, the sun shines, the wind moves, the death performs its functions. So there is a primordial energy, there is a fundamental consciousness, there is a fundamental intelligence which has consumed this grand universe in which we live. We are all part of that universe. So when we worship actually Divine Mother in an anthropomorphic form, a human form, we are actually seeking the blessings of that supreme intelligence which controls all the elements of the universe. And once you become successful in winning the grace of that fundamental intelligence of primordial energy, there is nothing more for you to achieve or aspire for in this universe. You have attained the true fulfillment of life. That's why actually we worship the Divine Mother with such wherever every year they used to do great extract and bomb here at Sree 25 function hall. Unfortunately, because of COVID last year, we couldn't do like that, but this year also. But ultimately, it is not the size of the image, it's not the number of people that matters. What matters is the devotion that you have in your heart. Let's all pray to Divine Mother Durga on this holy occasion that she might shower her choices to blessings on all of us and help us actually go beyond the place of opposites, help us to go beyond the samsara. Basically, we are all aspirants for bhakti. We want freedom, we want liberation, we want kaivalya, we want nirvana. Perhaps actually ours is the most spiritual race in the world. No other race, no other culture has as much spiritual wisdom as we have in this culture. This is the land of sages, this is the land of saints. Vivekananda was so proud to speak about this culture, to speak about this civilization in the West. In America, he glorified the greatest living in such lofty terms. You all have to read actually Vivekananda's lectures from Colombo to Almora. The one book of Swami Vivekananda, which speaks about the glory of Indian civilization, glory of our culture, glory of our race. And so, whole country actually is worshipping Divine Mother. Actually, 7 Navaratri is going on. Actually, this worship is for Bengalis is like mother worship. Otherwise, we worship Krishna, we worship Rama, we worship Shiva. There are many deities. Only the eastern part of the country, Bengal, worships actually the divine as mother, the mother of the universe. So this is the only that deified every year as actually emblems of the divine mother. So every girl, every woman in this country is the human emblem of the divine principle, which is basically female, according to the philosophers. So why actually we need to worship divine mother? As I said that we have grace, because if you didn't have grace, there is nothing more for any one of us to achieve. So Vivekananda actually, after actually coming to Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, after becoming his disciple, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa transferred his energy to him, his work. And Swami Vivekananda used to tell that. In fact, he used to talk about Mother Kali. She entered into me and she made me her instrument, and she is not giving any rest to me. So practically he worked for 39 years, for only 20 years, from 49 to 39 years, 10 years. But what a phenomenal work he did, how much he could accomplish in 10 years. And Vivekananda said, I have given message sufficient for 1500 years, all because of the grace of Divine Mother. It is she who took possession of him. And that way actually the soil of Bengal, great, best, sanctified, because people like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, people like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, people like Vivekananda, people like Purvimala Sarvadei, people actually say this is saints who won the land of the Ganges, the great soil. So we, Ramakrishna Mission, all the centers in the north, particularly in Bengal, we celebrate Durga Puja with great pomp and great solemnity, particularly in Hyderabad. This year, because of COVID actually, we are not permitting devotees here also. But otherwise, such a spectacle we see that worship of Divine Mother, they actually in Hyderabad. Kumari Puja is also performed, worship of the Virgin, the small girl is installed as Divine Mother. And all the puja ingredients are offered, and Shorasopcha Puja, complete puja is done for 3 years. We have the opportunity to experience that. So this is a great culture, and we all pray to Divine Mother on this holy occasion. And so I convey my good wishes, my greetings to all the people who have come here, they are living here today. Now, so I am going to come the next 4 days till the Sree. But my mother grant her vision to all of us. My mother decide, my mother cover her choices to the six on all of us, because she is actually can be easily propitiated. She knows our problems, she knows our shortcomings, she knows our mistakes, she knows our weaknesses. After all, she is our mother. There are her children. Sri Ramakrishna always had this idea, this power. I am the child of the Divine Mother. She is actually protecting me. I am under the protection of her. This is a great idea. That if you have this thing, that I am under the protection of Divine Mother, and she is protecting me all the time, that's absolutely sufficient. She will truly protect you. She will be with you. Just to have the awareness is all that required. I thank the Bengali Samiti for giving me this opportunity to share a few of my ideas with you all today. So again, convey my greetings to you all. Durga Krishna, Krishna. Namaste.
Before we go on to the next part of the program, I would request Mrs. Chandanathan Madam to kindly join the dignitary on this stage. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. He is a very senior royal. Thank you, ma'am. We would now request Moshumi and her team to kindly help the President honor Mrs. Chandanathan. The next part of our ceremony of opening ceremony here has a very special significance because we have been bringing out our souvenir, the house magazine, for several decades now. It shows the glimpses of the year gone by, how we celebrated the whole year. Our members will contribute in that. We pay homage to our members who have passed away by giving our Shraddhanjali in that. And also, we get support from our patrons and advertisers in helping us organize this event. So now I would request the convener of the souvenir committee and the advisor, Mr. Tavandas and Mrs. Moshami Chaudhary, to help the dignitaries in releasing the souvenir for this year. Along with the print document here, we for the first time have done an e-souvenir, and I would congratulate the team of Mr. Tapandas for bringing out we are going to the next level, and obviously the e-souvenir is going to reach many more multitudes of people across the world as we keep on circulating it. So I would request our chief guest and Mr. President, Mr. Ranjan Rai Chaudhary, to help in just releasing the e-souvenir.